Continuing electronic course. Speaking now about the types of diodes. We have normal BN diodes, switching diodes, Schottky diodes, Varicap or varactor diodes, Zener diodes, photodiodes, light-emitting diodes or LEDs. And the picture here showing the symbols of different type of diodes. LED, photodiode, varactor, Schottky diode, Zener diode, tonal laser diode, light-emitting diode, LED. So first, speaking about normal BN diodes. Normal BN diodes usually made of doped silicon or more rarely germanium. Before the development of modern silicon power rectifier diodes, cuprous oxide and later selenium was used. Its low efficiency gave it a much higher forward voltage drop, typically from 1.4 till 1.7 volt per cell, with multiple cells stacked to increase the peak inverse voltage rating in high voltage rectifiers, and required a larger heat sink, often an extension of the diode's metal substrate, make it large and expensive, much larger than a silicon diode of the same current rating would require. The vast majority of all diodes are the PN diodes found in CMOS integrated circuits, which include two diodes per pin and many other internal diodes. Switching diodes. In this type, switching diodes, sometimes also called small signal diodes, are a single PN diode in a discrete package. Switching diode provides essentially the same function as a switch. هو مفتاح. Below the specified applied voltage, it has high resistance, similar to open switch. زي المفتاح المفتوح ليه زي very high resistance. While above the voltage, لكن بعد الفولتج دوت لما يعني على الفولتج دوت, it suddenly changes to low resistance of closed switch as shunt. So it's open with high resistance or low resistance, so it acts as closed switch and pass all current. They are used in devices such as ring modulation, and the symbol is like this, and in real like this picture in the right. The third type is Schottky diodes. Schottky diodes are constructed from a metal to semiconductor contact. They have lower forward voltage drop than any PN junction diode. Their forward voltage drop at forward currents of about 1 milliampere is in the range of 0.15 voltage up to 0.45 voltage, which makes them useful in voltage clamping applications and prevention of transistor saturation. If we compare it with the normal diode has the voltage from 1.4 till 1.7 volt per cell. So it's they can also be used as low loss rectifiers through their reverse leakage current, generally much higher than non-Schottky rectifiers. Schottky diodes are majority carrier devices and so don't suffer from minority carriers problem that slow down most normal diodes. So they have faster reverse recovery than any PN junction diode, that because of the low voltage of it. They also tend to have much lower junction capacitance than PN diodes, and this contributes towards their high switching speed and their suitability in high-speed circuits, especially in RF or radio frequency devices such as switched mode power supply mixers and detectors. And the fourth type is the varicap or varactor diodes. These are used as voltage controlled capacitors. So I control the voltage by varying the capacitors. And so it's a varicapacitor or varactor diodes. These are important in BLL phase loop and FLL frequency loop locked circuits, allowing tuning circuits. يعني هو بيشتغل في التيونينج circuits اللي هي موجودة في التلفزيون receivers وراديو receivers وريسيفرز at all, to look quickly, replacing older designs that took a long time to warm up and look. So it work quickly, preventing a long time عشان يحصل ايه warming up. ال BLL is faster than the FLL, but prone to integer harmonic looking. If one attempts to look to a broadband signal, the, the, the first thing for these Varicap diode types, they also enabled tunable oscillators. So it's related tuning systems and tuning circuits. An early discrete tuning of radios were cheap and stable but fixed frequency crystal oscillator provided to a reference frequency for all voltage controls oscillator. And this is simple and it's such like the capacitor and connecting in circuits we have two pins. And here the varactor with 39 picofarad is connected in an electric circuit and connecting a voltmeter to measure the voltage in the circuit and the capacitor meter to measure the voltage about on the terminals of the Varicap diode. And the symbol is around is declared or showed carefully, and the diagram of how it built the BN junction, and the junction here is wide, it's the depletion region. Zener diodes, the fifth type, diodes that can be made to conduct backward. الزينر دايود هو مش بيكوندكت في الفور، لا ده معمول عشان يكوندكت في الايه، في الباكورد في الثيرد كوارتر. As we show here in the Cartesian, the current in vertical and the voltage in horizontal axis, it work in the third quarter. When the reverse voltage increase till some amount of voltage, so it pass all the current. So it connected. The effect called Zener breakdown occurs at precisely defined voltage, allowing the diode to be used in or as a precision voltage reference. In practical voltage reference circuits, Zener and switching diodes are connected in series and opposite direction to balance the temperature of coefficient to near zero. طبعا هو بيكونكتد عشان يعمل protection للإلكترونيك circuits, especially في very high devices. Why? Because if the temperature increased and the current increased, they may be damage the electronic circuit. So at some temperature, the current will increase or the voltage increased, so it pass all the current in the reverse, protecting from damaging the electronic circuits. Some devices labeled as high voltage Zener diodes are actually available avalanche diodes, and it's simple, and it's real life picture are declared here, and the characteristics in the right in IV characteristics Cartesian coordinates. Sixth type is photodiodes. All semiconductors are subject to optical charge carrier generation. This is typically an undesired effect, so most semiconductors are packaged in high looking material. اغلب كل السيمي كوندكتورز وكل الدايودز اللي قلناهم قبل كده دول بيتحطوا في باكج تمنع الوصول الضوء عشان ما يأثرش على الجنكشن ويعمل ايه، يأثر على الاداء بتاع الجنكشن اور الدايود. بالعكس الفوتو دايود are intended to sense light photodetector، هو بيسنس اللايت، عشان كده so they are packaged in materials، بيتحط or packaged في materials to allow light to pass and are usually called BN اللي هو BIN the kind of diode most sensitive to light. كل الأجهزة اللي هي اللي احنا بنولد منها الكهرباء عن طريق الضوء اللي هي الفوتو دايودز، زي الحاجات الموجودة في الكالكوليتورز والكهرباء اللي بولدها عن طريق الفوتوسيل، هي الفوتوسيل هي الفوتو دايودز اللي هي باخد الكهرباء من اشعه الشمس واعملها احولها لباتريز واخزنها واستخدمها في الاضاءه بعد كده في لو انا عندي بيت في الصحراء ولا حاجه. الفوتو دايودز are intended to sense light photodetectors, so they are packaged in materials that allow light to pass. Photodiode can be used in solar cells In photometry or in optical communications, multiple photodiodes may be packaged in single device, either in linear as a linear array or as a two-dimensional array. These arrays should not be confused with charge coupled devices. And it's connected here and showing the light is directed to the photodiode and measuring the voltage across a resistor connected to the series of it by voltmeter to show the voltage in this resistor. We can connect photodiodes or solar cells in series to increase the voltage obtained or generated voltage, or connect in parallel to obtain increase the current generated. Okay, it's like connecting batteries in parallel or series or loads. The light emitting diode, it's the reverse of photodiode. Light emitting diode, we give voltage across a diode and we obtain light from it. And we have different light with different wavelengths according to the voltage and the materials used. In a diode formed from a direct band gap semiconductor such as a gallium arsenide carriers that cross the junction emit photons. When they combine with the majority carrier on the other side, depending on the material, wavelengths, or colors, from the infrared to near ultraviolet may be produced. The forward potential of these diodes depends on the wavelength of the emitted photons. 1.2 voltage corresponds to red, 2.4 voltage to violet. The first LEDs were red and yellow, and the higher frequency diodes have been developed over time. All LEDs are non-chromatic. White LEDs are actually combines of 3 LEDs of different color. يعني انا عشان اخد اللون الابيض اللي بتاع اللي بنور بيه الاوضه ده عباره عن combination of 3 different colors, or a blue LED with a yellow scintillator coating, يعني coating with yellow. Okay, LEDs can also be used as low efficiency photodiodes to signal applications. يعني ممكن استخدمه عشان الفوتو اللو افشنسي في الاضاءه او السيجنال ابلكيشن. كمان كان اقدر استخدمه في انتاج الليزر دايودز عشان انتج الضوء الليزر. When a lead-like structure is contained in a resonant cavity, في resonance circuit formed by polishing the parallel and end faces, a laser can be formed. ممكن انتج الليزر. Laser diodes are commonly used in optical storage devices and for high speed optical communication. وشفناها احنا طبعا في الثورات واجهزه الليزر والاضاءه بالليزر دي اللي كانت بتحصل دي كلها عباره عن ايه؟ ليزر دايودز. Thanks for listening. I hope you to subscribe in my channel and you write comment for this video. I know it's long, but give me your comment. It will be useful feedback. Thanks for listening. You can contact me through one of these social media. Thanks.